Hi everyone. It's the 23rd of March, 2018 in New Zealand. And today we're going to continue on this Fathers to Be series from conception to 12 weeks. And I get the privilege of passing on the 10 pregnancy skills that men developed so that they could keep up with us as pregnant women. So those skills are kindness, awareness, patience, attention to detail, seeing what needs to be done, second set of arms, second set of eyes and ears, humor, delight, and clarity. So we're going to talk about humor today. What happens from conception to 12 weeks to us as women? Well, it's just simple. We were us, and now somebody else has taken over our body. For a few days or a few weeks, we're just questioning, are we pregnant, are we not pregnant? And then it becomes obvious we're pregnant, and we're pregnant 100% of the time from then on. And this entity, this child, is growing inside us. And that does something to us. It profoundly changes us. One is we don't feel like we have any control over ourselves. And men don't fully understand this. Pregnancy is very, very vague to men for quite a long period of time. And it's particularly vague because they can't see your belly. They can't feel the baby. So what they think of as a pregnant woman isn't existing for the first 3 months and beyond. And so for women, we have to understand that the guys in our life are not pregnant 100% of the time, and they sometimes forget that we are. And so where does humor come into this? Well, if you're one of those women who either had a lot of morning sickness or a lot of queasiness, or you began to get moody and changeable, you didn't want to be intimate anymore, and life just was totally changed, and you were just totally trying to adjust to this new reality, whether you wanted a baby or you didn't want a baby or you fell in between, we're adjusting to the fact that we're going to have a child. And so during these 12 weeks, this is the turmoil, this is the great turmoil. It is the introduction to giving birth, to being a mother, being a father. And we're lucky we don't have a baby 24 hours after we conceive. We have 9 months to sort of sort out this emotional turmoil. And thankfully, in different phases of pregnancy, it settles down. So where does humor have to come into this as a gift that men bring to us? Well, first of all, sometimes we don't like to be joked about anything. Humor is not about joking, guys. Sometimes it's about using some of your other skills, like kindness or awareness or patience, in order to just lighten up the mood. Because, guys, one of the things that you need to know about us as women is that we can produce this amazingly huge black hole that just needs to be fed energy all the time. We go into very, very high need often, and at the same time we have a high need, we often do a lot of rejecting. So for guys outside of pregnancy, they're wondering, well, I'm trying to touch her, I'm trying to cuddle with her, she's pushing me away, but she wants something, but I don't know what she wants. We want to go out to a meal and then she vomits it up, or she doesn't want to, I'm trying to cook her breakfast and she can't stand the smell of food. So for guys, humor is something that's really hard to understand in these first 12 weeks. And it really has to do sometimes with just lightening up the situation or changing the situation. Now, we do think that women need to have these 10 skills in their pockets as well. But for guys, it's really important that you understand that you play a significant role in, first of all, just as a human being, second of all, being a man, third of all, you're going to be a father, and next, you're in a relationship with your baby's mother. And your role is equally but differently important. And even though you're not pregnant right now, the fact is how you respond to this pregnancy in the first 12 weeks sometimes colors the rest of your relationship, the rest of your life, really. And because if you get left behind at this point, it gets hard to catch up and harder to catch up. And that impacts what happens after the baby is born. So when you think of humor, first of all, lighten up within yourself, because there's not much you can do other than bring good grace to this situation. Think about it to your baby. There's nothing you're paying attention to. It's multiplying at the speed of light in little cellular bits. And your partner depends on how she feels and how communicative she is. So just understand that humor can be changing the circumstances so that things are just lighter. See you again tomorrow.